I talked to. I didn't go back and look at anything.
Jack and I were making snowmen, I think.
Yeah, y'all were breaking the game, and y'all had already finished talking to the council, and they were gonna get y'all as close as they could to the front lines where everybody was meeting.
Sounds right.
But you needed how many hours?
12. It's a 12-hour cast.
Yeah.
If everybody's willing to wait 12 hours, then we will wait half a day for them to finish carving their snowman that I assume looked vaguely familiar to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you're met at your little dormitory or area by one of the guards, and he gives you a scroll of teleportation. However, I guess Carrot would look at it, and he's familiar with the location. He's been there before. It's going to be your good buddy over north of Four Sky Bridge.
Oh, from the first episode.
What's this?
Yeah. What was that guy's name? That guy down there at the teleportation circle. Yo, he wanted frogs or something. Remember?
Oh,
yeah.
my gosh, I do remember that.
What
I
was
tried
his
to find him
name?
some.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I did. I tried to find him some frogs or
Yeah,
something.
we couldn't find any. We were
Yeah.
too far north.
But that's the closest they can get you right now.
Is that where their forces?
No, they are held up closer to Skull Gorge.
The Skull Gorge.
So you're going to have a bit of a ride on your hands.
I'll go with the route. He's got a horse.
I do. I have a horse, so we're good.
I believe y'all have teleportation circle to El Terrell if you choose to use it. It would be.
What does that take? 10 minutes? That's easy. That's faster.
All they said is they know he has mounts available. If you'd like, oh no, they're offering that as. I don't know if they know you have the teleportation circle to El Terrell. I think you walked through and you said you memorized the sigil, or you made an intelligence check to try to memorize it, and I believe you passed that. This is before you had teleportation. Okay. Well, either way, that's from my memory, at least. So,
Let's see. I got one more to copy back over.
yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure you did. But the spell scroll will allow you to get there without expending a spell slot. Was their intent behind it now? Um, they tell you can get there however you want, but they're just offering that, I guess.
Hey, did we ever settle up on all the magic items?
That I don't know.
So I did a little research on this. What is it? Dreadnought armor.
I was just offering up if somebody else wanted to take Phoenix, if somebody else could put it to use, they could have the Phoenix armor.
No,
I didn't know if anybody wanted it or not, though.
I mean,
I mean, if not, I'll take it. I was just offering it up to somebody, though.
no, definitely take it. I mean, I think you did, right?
No, I'm good without.
All right, then I'll take it. All right.
I
Okay.
say with my shiny new white robes on.
Well, then if we have time, I'll definitely, attune to my new items.
Yeah, me too. Also, I would like to attune to mine. I guess we do since we have 12 hours.
That's right.
Are we in different rooms or what are we at? I don't even know.
Well, I think we left y'all are kind of a common room carving ice, but y'all have your own rooms as well. However you want to do that,
Well,
or whatever you want to do. I don't know. Jesus Christ, magic jar. I'm not reading that. You better know what's going on.
Don't worry, that spell is super simple and nothing can go wrong.
All I see is possessed and souls,
Mm-hmm.
host body.
Charisma saves.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Don't use that. Either way, you can attune to your items. You can carve your ice, and whenever y'all are ready, y'all can teleport to wherever you want. I mean, wherever you're able to. I'll leave that up to y'all.
I say we tell the council we're going to do it, and then we just go back to Battle Point and see what happens.
yep. Okay. Well,
I'm prepared for that scenario.
Yeah, I bet a 5-headed dragon god shows up at Valor Point.
when Baron comes out of his room, he's going to look like a medium-sized Baron, but he's going to look more like a RoboCop than Baron. And he'll have his face mask down as he walks into the room.
Down as in like on your head, or down as in like we can see your face?
No, as you cannot see my face.
I like it.
And then he'll flip it up. Yeah, that happened.
Anybody else want to do anything?
Yeah, basically it's a golem, like a construct armor.
It's just a suit of armor that has different properties. It looks
It
similar.
looks. Well, that's it. I mean, in the description it says it's a construct or golem.
No, read that closer.
Read that closer.
I mean,
Well, if we've reached the 12-hour mark, then y'all are going to watch as the spell finishes, you're going to see the block of ice slowly start turning into an actual copy of Carrick. And when he sits up, I'm going to hand him a short sword and a dagger. And I'm going to hand him the robe of stars, my staff of insects, and my wand of fear. And I'm going to say, welcome to the fight.
And you'll also see a Jack that's dressed in rat fur armor and who has a lute. That's it.
And then I'll look around and say, well, all right.
Yeah, it says
There you go.
it says it resembles a golem or construct. It is not. It is not.
I didn't say it is. I said it looks like.
For sure, it does that. Anyway, so we have 2 extra members of the party, unless
Technically, I have 4. I do have 2 zombies.
How many can we bring on teleport? I think.
how long did they last?
Oh, forever until they die.
Okay, I didn't know if they like had to reanimate them at some point.
Hmm.
I didn't know what you were using to bring them up.
Permanently under my command.
Perfect. Okay, so unless Roland wants to bring a demon along with him,
Oh, I mean, he's coming.
He's just more like a FedEx Direct. He's just gonna.
Yeah. He'll be.
he's gonna be overnighted.
Well, I'll hold up the scroll and I'll ask if anybody else has anything to do before we leave.
Doesn't look like it.
Doesn't look like it. All right, I'll start casting the old spell.
You
Yeah.
yeah, easily done. You've been there before. You appear in what looks like a basement with no doors. However, no dark vision. And the wall kind of slides open and up. And you hear a familiar voice. It says, welcome to my teleportation station. Do not touch anything. He'll tell you that he's been awaiting your arrival, and that he has mounts fueled up and ready to go.
I'm sorry, you said fueled up?
He goes, yeah. He said, they said you were in a hurry. They've all been hasted.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice.
They've all been hasted. That's what's up.
Well, I assume you know where we're going then. Are you coming with us?
I said, no, I don't leave my teleportation station.
What if your station were to blow up all of a sudden? Would you come with us then?
No, it doesn't blow up.
I'll look at rolling.
He said, we're very careful here. We watch all the parameters very closely.
All right, well, onward and upward then, I guess, boys, huh?
He said, y'all didn't bring any frogs, did you?
I was like, I'd like to make a perception check for frogs.
As you walk outside, you can certainly do that.
I'll send R2 up and make a quick circle around looking
14.
for frogs.
Longer than everybody was happy with waiting for Darut, as he kind of stumbles around looking for frogs. He does find 2 small toads over under a rock.
I will definitely point them out to my friend. Like, hey, there's frogs over here.
He says, wonderful. He said, I love the toads.
Just be careful if you start seeing funny images. You might not want to eat these again.
No. I love toads. They're full of hops. Makes good L's. Anyway, y'all do have a set of horses that can take you wherever you desire. They are hasted.
So I guess I don't need to summon mine.
Unless you want
We'll use
to.
the hasted horse.
I mean, I would ride that hasted horse as long as you could. I'll leave that up to you.
Yeah, let's roll.
Yeah.
Let's roll.
How far a ride do you think it'll be to the Skull Gorge from here?
He gone.
He gone.
Here you go.
Who's going where?
Trevor.
We're at the Troll Claw Hills now.
That completely tanked on me. He said if you can cut the corner from the score bar to Skull Gorge, you can cut a whole day off your trip.
We can go through Serpent Hill, right? We know those guys.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of out of the way, isn't it?
Yeah,
Where are we going?
Skull
I was
Gorge.
gonna say, do we want to go down to
I got you.
down to Triel and head north of the forest?
I understand. Yeah, I see where we're going.
Yeah, either Sobar or Triel and cut over.
Yeah, he said he kind of looks. He said that's probably your best bet. I mean,
Yeah, Sobar and cut over to the Will of the Dragons.
he said there.
Or, I mean, we could just rest here for a few hours and then we could roll the dice and see if we can get there. Like now.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean? Wait, what do you mean? How could we get there now?
I can kind of go wherever the heck I want. It just sometimes it doesn't work as good as other times. It's just kind of random sometimes. It depends on how well I know where we're going, but theoretically we could like get there now.
Have you ever been there?
I was about to say, I mean, have you been to Skull Gorge?
Nope. But I have the feeling I've read about it. I mean, it's up to the DM. I'll let him pick which category that belongs to, which DC I get.
Let me look at it real quick just to. I know what you're talking about. I just don't know.
I mean, if time is of the essence, we could totally just try it and see what happens. Although we can't try it today. Never mind. I got to rest before we try it.
It is okay. So
But I mean,
I'm looking at it now. Yeah.
in terms of backfire, I mean, how far off would we be? Like, is it like, oh crap, it didn't work, and we're like on the other side of the
worst case
continent?
scenario, we get trapped in this endless loop where we all take psychic damage until we die. But that's like really, really, really rare. You know, most of the time we'll get there. Some of the time we'll get like close, like within a few miles. It's possible we could end up on the complete wrong side of the planet, but
Yeah, that's
again,
more what I was worried about. Like,
again, that's pretty rare. That's pretty
like, what's the chances? Like, we're like, hey, let's go to Skull Gorge, and then we like show up at the spine of the world. You know, like,
yeah. I mean, it's a possibility.
Hey, so I'm looking at teleport. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So depending on how well you know the target, it sets the DC for what happens on the D100. And there's like, what, 4 or 5 outcomes. And
I would say you would fall under the description.
we just have a description of it.
I mean, you have never physically viewed it, so you would be.
So,
familiar.
I mean, we got like I don't know, like a 50-50 shot of getting close.
I don't like that.
Only a 43% chance that we would, take some damage and see what happens.
I mean, is it D&D if you're not rolling dice?
Hey, we can ride the horses and just take an extra day or two if you want.
Hey.
I mean, that's fine with me.
I don't like it, but Baron's completely on board.
Well, I can't do it right now anyway. We got to ride the horses for a little while. Let's ride the horses and then we'll take a rest and decide.
Let's go to Terrell, and then if we need to cut across, we'll cut across.
Yeah, I think we go all the way down to Trio. Just if we can stay on a road longer, I think that's faster travel, huh? Before we get off road.
Especially on hasted horses, we ought to be rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of cutting it so bar, I think if we can stay on a road all the way down to Trio, that'll cover more ground.
That way we won't have to cross those hills, the Triletta Hills.
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah.
All right, we're on the road. Let's go.
All right.
Are we riding fast and dangerous or careful?
Fast and dangerous.
So we're going double speed on hasted horses. God, how fast are we gonna go?
We're like scooters in Star Wars. We're rolling.
Y'all are moving pretty quick. I didn't look at the movement speed on hasted horses. but you're definitely, you know,
Does anybody remember the movie Crawl?
Yeah.
That's us. The flame horses.
When you're playing those world simulators, you hit like the 4x time,
Yeah.
and all your little sims are moving super quick.
Yeah.
I think if we get in any trouble, we'll just keep rolling. They can't catch us.
Yeah, we just outrun them. Let's just keep going.
Yeah.
Y'all take off to the south, following the main road. And y'all been to Borsky Bridge before?
Yeah. That's where Fireball Pete was, or
Yeah. And 410
410
410.
uphill Bob.
Uphill Bob. Yeah.
That was great.
Those are real people.
You come within sight of Borsky Bridge, and there's no one on the streets. As y'all motored through, unless y'all are going to stop, there's no one out. The town looks completely abandoned.
So, Trevor, rewind just a half a second. I heard Homeboy say it was going to be at least a day before we get to our target when we got on the horses.
Mm-hmm.
Then after we decided to stay on the road for as long as possible, the first thing I would have done is cast Sending to Ella, the metallic dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And I would ask her politely to meet us at Triel with the ability to carry us to our final destination.
Okay. She will respond and say that while that may be your fastest mode of travel, we can't put anybody up in the air right now. She'll tell you things. Things have escalated, and we are poised to strike upon your command. However, I don't think we need to be sending forces away from here right now.
Now, just tell everybody we should probably hurry.
I think we are.
I thought I was going to save us a little day, but
Yeah.
no.
No, you're.
Worth a
You
shot.
know what can save it? Hey, you know what can save us some time?
What?
Teleporting.
I'm ready. Roll the dice. Well, I'm not ready. I gotta take a 4-hour nap first.
Oh, okay, never mind.
But then I'll be ready.
Well, we'll be there in 4 hours, right?
It specifically says right here, traveling by air is very problematic and is strongly discouraged.
Nice. Well, I'm glad I didn't try and polymorph us all into something that could fly.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're welcome to try.
Worth a shot. I will heed the ancient metallic dragon's words of wisdom and stay
Yeah,
on the
I think we'll listen to them.
Yeah.
You're hasted. What I need you to do is, whoever wants to, or you can do it with aid, make a perception check.
I'm pretty good at that.
So Druid is not very perceptive.
Who else is?
We got a +10.
No, go for it.
Perception. I'm +6. So. Anybody else?
Oh, there's a crit.
There we go.
Never mind then.
Starting the night off right.
30?
Starting the night off right.
Keep that going, huh?
That's my
Yeah.
first Nat 20, and I don't remember when.
So he's basically Neo. He sees the code of the Matrix.
He's Legolas with those Legolas eyes.
At 30, Jesus.
Yeah, go ahead and tell us. He sees everything.
Off in the distance, you do
Two
see
dragons.
two objects flying kind of down the road. They're in the distance and further than they would have been with the worst roll.
Oh, so we have a little more time.
Oh, you have some time.
Further down the road, like south.
Yeah.
As in they're watching the road?
Probably watching the river.
It more looks like a patrol.
From the air.
Yes.
Hey guys, maybe we should get off the road.
I mean, we can just cut to the east, get to where we're
If
going.
we need to, yeah.
They're not.
What if
slowing
they're
down.
about to attack Sobar?
I think we got bigger fish.
Y'all are past Sobar at this point.
Oh, we're past Sobar. Okay, my bad.
Sobar really was much like Borscar Bridge. It was
Empty.
empty.
So off to our left would be the hills. We're around there.
Right. You would be between like the Forest of the Ram and the hills.
Okay.
Well, if
So
they're
do we
watching
want-
the roads, maybe we should cut over the hills.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I mean, it's harder to see things in the hills. I mean, not for us, for them.
Right. We're not just 9 people on fast horses riding down the road.
Were there giants in those hills? I can't remember which hills we found giants in. I think it was up north though.
You were in Troll Claw,
Okay.
Yeah, we were somewhere else.
so you weren't there.
Okay.
You've never been there.
Well,
Okay.
Would I
yeah,
know anything from reading or whatever about the Triletta Hills? Like who lives there or whatever?
it's just like a rolling hills. It's not like Fields of the Dead. If you would have went off to the Fields of the Dead, it's a different ballgame.
All right.
Good to know.
Well, let's do it rather than tip our hand to whoever's looking for us.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. If secrecy's the game, let's keep it secret.
I need you all to roll stealth checks for me.
Oh yay.
Still,
Guys, I'm really good at this.
I'm going to give J-Mick a little inspiration for his stealth check.
there you go.
So will you allow a brief moment for me to cast guidance on myself?
Oh yeah, that's like a bonus action.
Yeah, I mean, you're free to do that whenever you want. It's not.
it's stealth.
All right.
You could also roll a D10 for your bonus.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
Mine's 27. I get advantage.
Nice.
Mine's 6, and Ivor is.
With guidance and inspiration, I got a 16.
Okay.
Give me 1 second for Ivor. Stealth.
I'll look over and be surprised that J-Mix is or that Droid's as sneaky as me.
Even with the 6, y'all are able to get off the road in plenty of time because of the outstanding stealth rolls and the time you had with that advanced warning to duck off in the hills. And you see a set of decently large dragons
Did
pass by.
they move on unawares?
They flew out of sight, still headed north.
Smart thinking, guys. Smart thinking.
Had to make a move. Or not.
What time of day is it now? I assume it's evening or night.
Yeah, it'd be in later in the evening for sure.
Is it dark out yet?
If y'all spend a little time in the hills, it will be. But yeah, dark is encroaching.
I mean, if we're getting towards the end of the day and it looks like we're going to be taking a rest, I might get a little crazy here. Hey, is there anybody we want to talk to real quick? I'll say to the group as we're riding through the hills.
Who should we talk to? I mean, who?
I mean, I feel like the council would have informed at least the leaders of all the factions that we're on our way. Maybe. I don't know. We didn't ask them to.
If we know any of them, we can. I mean, I can send one to Gemma, but who knows if she's there?
I mean, I guess technically the dragons at least know we're on our way because I asked for help getting there.
Other than that, you can send one to. Well, hell, let me look.
Another second question: are we riding through the night, or are we going to stop and try and hunker down?
I don't think we should take a point of exhaustion.
Let's see.
Not when we have relative safety to rest in.
Let's hang on.
I unfortunately can't cast Magnificent Mansion.
Well, I've always got the dome.
Do we? Can we assume winter?
Hey, weren't we supposed to see Red and Grim again? Didn't they tell us that? Trevor, I'm trying to remember. Last time I talked to one of the two of them, didn't they say they were going to meet us somewhere?
They did.
But they didn't say where, huh?
Mm-mm.
I can ask one of them see what they're doing.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
I'll do that before we settle down for a rest.
Okay.
Which I guess we'll push on a little later in the night. I don't know. It's up to y'all.
And yeah,
Like I said, I don't want to get a point of exhaustion, but I kind of want to get there. Do we know how long the haste is lasting on our horses?
True.
You don't know.
I think we roll until we can at least make a short rest. However long that might
Maybe
be.
we can try and push through to that little forest through the hills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit
I
the
mean,
gas.
technically,
Rest up with some cover of trees.
Yeah. That way the horses just aren't sitting out in the open.
Yeah, like bait.
Yeah, like dragon food.
Technically, we would be bait too.
yeah, if you want to do that, that's fine. It wouldn't take you more than a couple hours, probably 3 or 4 hours to get down to the forest, which would put you into like probably 10 o'clock or so.
Yeah. Well, let's do that and post up in the woods somewhere.
All right. Hey, if you're talking to people, do we need to like let the forces know we're nearby?
Yes, but also like here's the thought: like we have spies, they probably have spies. Like, do we want to surprise people or do we want them to know we're coming?
I think they're kind of counting on us to take the lead, right, when we get there
Yeah.
and give direction.
Well, if they know we're coming, we shouldn't just have to tell them we're coming. They know.
We can just tell them we'll be there tomorrow and we expect a full report on the situation. That sounds reasonable, huh?
Yeah.
Who's there though?
Everybody.
I mean, you're assuming.
Yeah, but like, yeah, if you're sending to a certain person, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, is there someone there that we would that you would trust to send to and let them know?
I mean, I trust the Harpers.
There you go.
Yeah.
But which Harper?
I assume Sister Gariel or Leon might be there.
I would think Leon above Sister Gariel. I don't think she's much of a in the battlefield front line.
Hey, you know who I do trust? Let's check in on a couple of the former Iron Lords and just see what happens.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna talk to Grim because Red's a shady motherfucker. I'm gonna tell Grim I don't know if you're with the main forces or not, but we're going to be joining them tomorrow. If you are there, can you ask them to be prepared to give a full report so that we can form a strategy?
Or have him do it if he's
Or just kind of get ready. We trust you.
Uh-oh.
You get a response with a chuckle. He said, "I don't know where you think I am, but I'm taking a little vacation."
Turd.
He said, "I'm currently in the shadows of some very dark mountains, waiting on you to arrive."
Still in dark hole.
He said, "We're all here. We look forward to seeing you."
Well, that's comforting. I'll share that with the group.
I'll notify everyone to be ready for a full report.
There we go. And I guess with that, are we stopping for the night?
Yeah, with that, yes.
All right. So why don't we stake the horses up somewhere like close-ish, but not right on top of us?
If you want a little campfire.
So I mean, we could just get in the bubble. It's warm in there.
It's whatever temperature you want it to be.
Yeah.
Sweaty balls temperature.
Yeah.
Doing full clam bake the night before battle.
Yeah.
I want to take a gold coin out, and I just want to toss it to Jack and be like, "Play something for us that'll ready us for battle."
Oh, there you go. While they're doing that, I'm sitting down with my book, and I'm going to go ahead and ritually cast alarm around our perimeter, and then I'm going to cast the hut in the middle.
Okay.
And I assume we're 100 yards away from the horses.
100 yards? That's a long way away.
Well, I don't know. I'm asking y'all, how far away do y'all want to get? They're kind of a target.
Uh-oh.
I don't think any much more of a target than we are, though, huh?
Well, they can't. They technically can't see us.
Oh,
Well,
that's
they
true.
can't see us, but they could certainly scry on us and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm cool with being a distance from them, but that's a long way to run. If we needed to hop on them for a quick escape.
Well, I'll just leave that to y'all. Y'all know where the hut's going. Because I'm sitting down on the ground casting it.
I'll turn the volume down.
Yeah, I was just playing. Jack's playing some music.
Yeah.
Since he's got a gold piece to do it.
Yeah, and Joe's getting ready for war. Yeah. Trying on the new armor.
Yeah.
Pressing the buttons on the new rod. New weapons. Yeah.
Carrick and his simulacrum are both running around the hut, casting prestidigitation on everybody and polishing their armor and getting rid of the horse stink off everybody. We're gonna be fresh as a daisy tomorrow when we roll into camp.
Yeah, this will be your last night alone as a group, and the ride into Skull Gorge will probably be your last time alone as a group.
When we get situated, as Jack's starting to warm up his song, I'm gonna pull out my jug of alchemy. I'm going to have everybody hold up their glasses, and I'm just going to pour out a ale for everybody as we sit here.
Sweet.
Yes.
And we can toast to the Iron Lords. And Phandalin.
Yeah, you are a long way from Phandalin.
No, I mean, I understand.
No. I'm just
Eric
saying.
will start telling stories about our first mission. And about the time he almost died in a waterfall,
Tripped on a rock.
tripped on a rock and almost died in a waterfall.
Yeah, I was there. I barely
Yeah,
hung.
but Drew and what's his face? Roland I don't think they probably ever heard that story.
Yeah. Drew's just kind of listening with just excitement at the stories of the beginning of the Iron Lords.
And there was this fucking sign that the dragons burnt down. It still pisses me off. It was
Yeah, didn't you draw it? You drew it yourself, right?
yeah. I had it made.
Or did Grim draw it? I think Grim drew it.
Grim drew it, but I had it made and hung on the bar, Elves and Aces, and a dragon pretty much burned it and then shit on it. So
All that happened.
I'm not too happy about that. So yeah, that'll be Baron's story.
So y'all share some stories and have some ale and get a peaceful night's sleep. There's no interruptions in your.
Before as everybody's drifting off, Carrick's gonna use one more sending. And I'm gonna cast sending on my brother.
Nice.
And I'm gonna tell him I don't have to introduce myself because it says he knows who I am if he knows me. I'll just tell him it's been too long. I just wanted to tell you that I'm sorry and I hold no ill feelings, and about to go do something really stupid and dangerous tomorrow. And tell him I love him and I'm sorry I haven't been around.
Does everybody remember the movie Major League?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jabu?
Roland's gonna walk up to Baron, and just like Corbin Burnson did in the final game to Charlie Sheen, I'll punch him in the face. I'm gonna say that's for that damn javelin in my shoulder, and then I'm gonna hug him and say, I'm gonna hug him and say, "You're my brother."
I appreciate it, and also you're still kind of a dick, but yeah. But I will be receptive to a hug, and
Yes, yeah. So he'll hug you and say no. I'll hug you and say no hard feelings. I'm glad our paths crossed.
yeah, it's been a ride.
Carrot, you'll get a return message. It says the storage of your exports have reached home. Know your family. Know you have made your family proud. And there was never any ill will, even though I was hard on you. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Oh,
What?
oh! Carrick ain't saying shit to nobody.
We don't know.
Nobody knows. I'm just sitting there, but now I'm too excited to meditate, so it takes me like an hour to fall asleep.
Yeah, right.
I might simulate from Carrick, just but quietly tell him not to tell anybody.
He's excited, but new information doesn't set well with him.
Yeah. Like he has like that memento thing, except backwards. Like he can only remember what he knew whenever he was
Right. New information really doesn't take, but he realizes that when you say your brother, he's like, yeah. And you say, we're going to see him tomorrow. He's like, okay.
I assume he's like just a total mirror copy of me, and like even though he doesn't have a spell book, like he finds like some random sheet of paper and he just starts like writing on it.
Yeah.
It's not even actual letters. He's just drawing symbols.
He's just like looking at me and like copying me.
You might actually have your own language there.
He's like, what do I do with my hands?
He's walking around like this all day. Unless there's anything else you want to do, y'all can get a decent night's sleep. Heck yeah.
Kind of want a spoon of Jack, but he's got to be the small spoon.
Before I go to sleep, I'm just gonna build I'm gonna go outside the hut though and just kind of build a small little shrine of my goddess and say a prayer.
Yeah, easy enough. You do that. And make your way back into the.
Carrick, real quick, just to be on the safe side, any spells that you think that would be beneficial for me to have?
I mean, you know what you can do better than I know.
No,
I mean,
I meant like spells that I don't know for my ring of spell storing is what I mean.
Oh, like you want me to give you a spell?
Yeah.
Like if we need to prep
Well,
anything here.
how strong a spell can I give you?
I mean, I can take up to 5 levels, whether it's whether it's one spell or a combination. Well, I mean, I still have some of the ones from the last time you did that.
What did I give you? I don't remember.
You gave me shield and then 2 misty steps. I have misty step, but
Well, we can trade that out if you want to keep a shield and take maybe.
like I said, because I don't know shield. Yeah, I didn't know if there's anything that's in your repertoire that would be beneficial.
Well, here's today's menu, sir.
Okay, I shall partake of the buffet.
Yeah, polymorph, dimension door, confusion, which is a nice one, but it's concentration.
Okay.
And then lower than that, I've got some counter spells and dispel magics and misty steps and mirror image. Levitate, which you kind of don't need.
Yeah, I've got the levitate down. I've got mirror image and dimension door, and misty step. But I mean, if you think polymorph or a couple of counter spells, because I don't have counter spell.
That could actually be pretty solid. Counter spell, I could give you
Hopefully
one of those. That's a 3, and you already have 1 in there.
No, I can get rid of the other ones.
Oh, that's true. Well, you could keep that shield. I could give you another shield and counterspell.
Okay.
Or a feather fall and a counterspell.
Not bad.
Feather fall could be a nice save.
Well, he doesn't need that if he can levitate, right?
Yeah, I don't need feather fall.
Yeah, but feather fall's not just for you. It's for up to 6 people.
Oh, is it?
5 other people.
What was
So
polymorph?
5 people.
What level is polymorph?
It's a 3.
It's a 3. Well, I mean, if you think it would be good, counterspell's a 2, right?
Polymorph's a 4, isn't it?
Counterspell's a 3. Oh, polymorph's a 4. You're right.
Oh,
So
4.
it would just be a polymorph or counterspell and something else in a first.
And shield's a 1, isn't it?
Yeah, shield's 1.
I mean, I could do a polymorph and then keep the shield, or if you think it's better, take counterspell and something else. Like I said, I just want to have a couple extra things that I don't normally can cast.
No, I'm all for it. Why don't we do? I mean, it's whatever you want, but
No, that's why I'm asking you, because again, I have the spells.
polymorph is huge because it's extra hit points and also a lot of utility. But yeah, featherfall you could save people from falling, and counterspell you could stop. I mean, anything. So
Well, we can do.
why don't you do a counterspell and another shield, or a counterspell?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. We can just do. I can do a counterspell and two shields, I guess.
Well, keep the one that's already in there.
Oh yeah, then 1, yeah.
All right. Well, I'll cast those spells into your ring then.
All right.
I will say probably my favorite moment of Critical Role ever was first campaign when they were fighting Vecna. And Sam casts counterspell, and he's like, "At what level?" It's like 9th.
9th.
He said,
And Matt Mercer's face when he says 9th was like, "What?"
He
Like,
went-
I'll
He
never
saved,
forget that.
he saved a 9th level slot for counterspell.
if you're looking at him before he does that, he's sitting there flipping through papers like, can I? Okay, Alex.
Well, he also, if you rewind like a round or 2 before, he actually used Bigby's hand to get closer.
closer. So
Yep.
Exactly. Everybody else was running away, and he was advancing because he had to get close enough to do counterspell.
yeah, he said.
Well, that, and then when he looked at Liam or whatever, and he was like, "I'm sorry, I was
Yeah.
saving it for you," because he was going to use
Yeah.
that 9th level wish spell to resurrect him or whatever.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
But I'll never forget Mercer's face, man, when he said 9th. It's
Yeah.
like,
yeah,
That was the end of the fight.
yep,
yeah, it was it.
Yeah, that was the end of the fight.
Mhm.
yeah. He said counterspell, bitch.
That was the best.
All right, so take a counter spell and a second shield. Just don't forget to use that shield if they're within 5 points of your AC. You can block it.
Yep.
Reaction. It's a reaction.
Yep, it is in my ring.
All right. Does anybody else have anything that holds spells?
Jack
No.
does, but
I mean, I don't need it.
I've got that. I've got the stone, but I'm not using it.
I don't have. I can't attune to anything else. Apparently.
Yeah, I'll put it back in my bag.
I mean, honestly, I would like to, but I'm more effective the way I am.
Hey, well, no, that'll eat up another slot. But I was gonna say we could always pick up a rock from right here and go sleep at Ballard Point.
That's true. Just for funsies?
Well, then I'll be out of
Yeah,
a
you
big
have to burn
spell
it to get
tomorrow.
back.
Nah, yeah, no.
We're going full up, man.
We got to get.
Yeah.
We've already talked to your. Well, we don't know that, but you've already talked to your brother, and we know. I guess we know you already talked to Grim,
Yeah, I would have told you that.
but not your brother.
Oh man, I'm taking mage armor off my list for the first time since level 1, boys.
What?
Shit. Okay.
Because I got the freaking, I got the robe that's better than mage armor.
No, gotcha. Dang.
Oh,
I have had that spell on every single day, the whole time.
I would too. Can you cast it? Can you cast it on me? Just keep it on.
hey, somebody type something in chat and see if my chat still works because it popped out, but I found it.
It lasted.
Yeah, it works. Never mind.
It lasted 8 hours. It lasts 8 hours.
It's
Chat.
not-
Hopefully, it lasts longer than that. All right. So if you're done prep work here, you can go ahead and get your rest and awake as early as you can, going to bed, let's say midnight or 11 o'clock after all the casting and talking and whatnot. And wake up, at just past daybreak.
I
assuming
assume Carrick and Jack would have been up after 4 hours and been just sitting there looking.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Anybody
Right, well,
that requires half rest would have been
I'm going to say Drew overslept by an hour at least.
easy. Easily.
The whole time Drew's sleeping while everybody else is awake, I'm like constantly casting prestidigitation to draw dicks on his face.
You're not happy, so you erase it and try to draw another veiny or bigger one.
No, you know what it is? It's both Carricks. We're going back and forth. We're both doing it.
Who can draw the better
Who
one?
can do it better? Yeah.
Yeah, you're playing Pictionary, but it's just dicks. Yes, it's another dick. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
When it's time to wake him up, I cast dancing lights like on his eyeballs.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough.
I would have you roll some performance checks for dicks, but see who draws the best one. But
I lost. Simulated Carrick wins the day.
Oh yeah. At least he didn't draw square dicks.
Yeah. Carrick's never actually seen a real one.
Too many robes.
the only question I have is, do you erase him before he wakes up?
No.
Oh no, they last for how long do they last?
I don't think it actually lasts that long, does it?
No.
I think it's an hour.
Long enough. But you got to remember they're green dicks. So
Well, you know what I do? Here, this is even better. I didn't even know I could do this. I knew I could clean stuff, but I didn't know I could soil it. So I make it seem like he's crapped his pants.
Okay, I guess. With all
Drew wakes up and kind of smells. It's like, oh man, not again. Crap.
Yeah, the dicks last for an hour.
does he still have them?
just for a little bit. But your horses are okay. And they're waiting on you.
Baron's just gonna walk by Darut and say, "What's up, big face?" And then keep walking.
So it's just gonna be a little confused, like, what? Where did that come from? I thought me and Baron were friends.
I walk by and say, "Penis says what?"
What? Drud's very confused this morning.
Yeah, well, Baron's seen this trick before.
Yeah. So Darut's a little bit more confused than normal.
Yeah. Which is already pretty normal, but a little extra, like something's different this morning.
That's funny.
Either way, y'all are able to mount your horses and get back on the road.
All right. We're not still hasted, are we?
No.
So.
No.
Well, we're still rolling that direction. So.
Yep.
Yep.
We're
Let's
not too far away, right?
No, you're not far at all. I mean, you make it there. You get back. You hit the main road right before midday, headed to where you know is Skull Gorge. I lost the route. Hold on a second. Headed towards where your map is indicating Skull Gorge is. As you approach, you can kind of see the terrain start to change, and as you get closer, you can see the gorge itself. The closer you get, you can make out the gorge, and within the gorge, you see a somewhat familiar sight. Hold on, I got a somewhat familiar sight, anchored at the top of the ridges on either side. It looks very similar to the flying castle that you crashed not too far north of here. It seems to be moored between the canyon walls. You can see 3 towers rising above just the tippy top of the gorge walls. And beyond that, you see an enormous storm on the horizon. Just a thunderheads and clouds, just a motherfucker of a storm. It's dark. I'll let you decide on how you want to approach. Do you want to go through the gorge? Do you want to go around up on the side?
Where was the castle floating at?
Do what?
That you said we could see just the tippy top of what we thought might be the floating castle?
Your mic is super muted for some reason.
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, I hear him just fine on mine.
Yeah, I can too.
What about now?
I can hear you.
Okay, I can, everybody's a little bit quiet on mine.
Okay. I can talk louder, but where exactly was that flying castle or floating castle?
It was kind of
in the gorge.
It was in the gorge, but you could see the towers that are on the side of it, kind of peeking over the top. You can see the ballistas on top of that. It seems to be strategically placed, so it's more or less out of sight. But anybody that would be on top of it could see the horizon.
And the storm's off in the distance.
It's right past that. It's on the other side of the gorge.
Okay, on the other side of the gorge. Okay.
I'd have to assume most of the folks are not on the castle just yet. So we go down the gorge, right?
It's up to y'all.
I mean, if we went on the side of the gorge, what good would we be doing at that point? If they're hiding the castle in the gorge, there are people
Yeah.
in there, and or they're all in the castle. Who knows? We didn't ask those specific questions.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say go in the gorge.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Anybody else? I mean, yeah, what do y'all want to do?
Or going in the gorge.
Well, all this is transpiring. I just like hold up my hand and R2 appears on my shoulder and I look at the group.
Yep. Well. Yep.
Like, Carrick, I don't know what you're trying to say here.
Yeah.
Do you get 2 R2s now?
No, I didn't give the other one find familiar. I send her out to look at the castle.
R2 flies over the castle. You can see that the ballistas. Just make a perception check for R2 since we need to roll dice in D&D.
Dice. A natural 20. 23.
You can see the ballistas are manned. However, it seems the rest of the castle, from what you can see from your position, is unmanned.
I'll tell him. Castle looks like it's ready to rock.
Let's go see. So somebody's got to tell us something, right?
Yeah, that's my opinion.
Y'all continue to ride through the gorge. The gorge is deep enough and the sides are tall enough that you can easily ride underneath the castle. You can see the ballistas that are on top do turn your direction. However, as you get closer, it seems like they're no danger to you. There's some recognition.
And we all crashed that bitch once.
This one looks different than the one you were previously on.
Oh, okay.
But yes, you did previously crash one.
Yes, we did.
The gorge itself is empty. No one's in the gorge, and you continue riding to the other side into the beginnings of this storm. As you get closer and you start to enter the storm, you see different areas that look like almost like a transparent umbrella. And you can see people underneath. The rain is cascading out the top of it. And you see just, as far as you can see in the storm, these bubbles. And there's troops underneath all of them. This seems to be some way to mask their appearance.
Nice. So we're hiding in the storm.
It's probably a Mirage Arcane.
As you approach, you're met by different people with some recognition, and you're led to a small wooded area that appears to be empty. However, when you walk through this illusion, there's no rain. You're out of the storm, and you're met by Leosin. Next to him is a large Goliath You would recognize him. You met him one time. Long
With
ago.
glasses?
What's that?
I said with glasses?
Yes.
Who's that?
I don't know if you met him.
Yeah,
I don't think I did.
What was his name? I know him because he had the access to Candle Keep. So the first thing Karis going to do is pull him aside, like, look, when this is over,
I've got his name, but I don't have the notebook with me.
you're taking me
Candle
to Candle Keep. It's like Decker, Dax,
Decker.
Decker.
They
Yeah,
call him Decker.
he was super smart, but Goliath.
Yeah, he had like a head injury and it made him like have a photographic memory. So now he lives in Candle Keep memory, and
Oh my
like
gosh, that's great.
Carrick is like, hey, you're taking me, like you're writing me a letter, I'm getting in.
Candle Keep, man.
Yeah.
And they welcome you, and they take you to a large table where you're met by different members of different factions. You see the Emerald Conclave's there. Your contact at the Emerald Conclave is there.
I'm gonna look him right in the eyes and say, I'm still a little upset y'all didn't send anybody to look for me when every other faction sent somebody to look for the rest of the Iron Lords.
Fair enough.
He said, "I apologize, but we were trying to arrange this setup."
Like I can't stay mad at you guys. I love y'all too much.
Don't revoke my card.
They all sit down and ask. They ask you, what sort of plan have you come up with, and what can you tell us of how you want to approach this? They'll offer that the metallic dragons have strategically placed themselves surrounding the well of the dragons out of sight. And we will notify them of when we need to attack and when we need them.
Let me pull this back up then. Where is it?
So there's this movie called Independence Day.
Yeah. Best speech ever.
It's a scroll.
They really asked what do you know right now?
I'll pull out the map with the to-do list on the back of it. And
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what we would go over. This is what we know their plan
I
is.
would run down this is the best information we've got as far as what they're trying to do. And it looks like as far as they've gotten, which I think was collect prisoners and
We believe that the next
they
step
have
is
a
they're going to try to raise a
treasure
temple.
They've gathered dragons and captured prisoners. They're waiting for a ritual to raise Tiamat's temple. And then they're going to sacrifice all the prisoners in a second ritual to raise Tiamat.
He looks at your list. And he's like, "Well, I think there's something you could probably need to see."
Oh,
Well,
Is it a big temple?
it's just what I'm wearing.
He leads you out to the edge of the storm, and off in the distance, you can see this caldera that you saw on your map, which was basically like a hollowed out volcano or collapsed volcano. The first thing that piques your interest are these 5 spires that rise out of the middle of it.
Hmm.
The second thing you notice is the sheer amount of dragons that are swarming above it.
Oh,
They don't seem to be patrolling. They seem to be in some sort of a frenzy. They're
Lord
just
Jesus.
flying and swarming. It almost looks like
Wall spin a nest.
a ball of
Like bees in a hive?
Similar, like piranhas attacking bait. Just
They're just eating people.
they're just excited.
Yeah.
They're not attacking each other, but
When did this start? Today? Yesterday?
and the other thing you notice, and you notice this when you started going through the Skull Gorge, is this low, just bass. It sounds like a horn being blown. Y'all heard it everybody heard it a while back,
The Drakhorn.
but there's this low rumble of this horn being blown. But Decker will look at you. He said, "Yeah, all this happened in the last 12 hours."
In the last 12 hours, eh?
Yeah.
So we would have heard that on the way here.
Yeah, you would have heard it. The closer you get, it's not super loud like it was first blown, but there's a low rumble of it, and the closer you get, the louder it gets. He goes, "I don't know what this means, but I know it's not good." And he turns and starts walking back into the storm, back to where they had this set up, and he offers this, and he motions over to a group of individuals and asks if they would come and tell you what they have learned. This is a group of Zentarium mercenaries. He said these individuals have risked their life to scout the area. And this is what they found. Troop positions, and what they can best tell are at least 4 entry points into the base of the caldera. However, when they scouted this area, whatever is in the middle of it, and he looks at all of you and says, "I can only assume that's the Temple of Tiamat." He said, "We'll get some more information on it in a minute." Individuals were seen coming and going from all 4 of these positions. They weren't able to get to the other side. They feared for their safety, and they returned with what they had.
What are these markings around the troops?
They're just mountains. They're just like sketching in like.
No, I'll point to the coordinates, the 1A, 1C.
That's their notes. They're like, "Hey, this is entry points. 1A is 1A, 1C, 2B, 2C."
So we're on the west side of this.
Y'all are on the if you're looking at the map, y'all are to the south, I guess east of it. Y'all are below to the right.
So
Okay.
how do we have the troops set up currently?
The troops are their troops.
The troops are their troops. Where are our troops?
In
They're
the gorge?
here with us.
So we're all in one central location,
Yes.
Yeah.
and they're all scattered around their mountain.
They are. He said
What about relative numbers? What are we looking at?
that's exactly where he was going.
Yeah.
He said, while we have what we thought was a sizable force and hoping we could outnumber them, It looks like we're almost at a dead heat for forces. He said, I can't speak to how many dragons there are. I know what we can see, but I don't know how many are hiding in the mountains.
Can we?
How many may be in the caldera itself?
Can you communicate with them?
No, he's talking about their forces.
Yeah, but
So their total forces are about roughly equal to our total forces. The difference is our forces are all clumped in one spot right now.
And theirs are spread out in 4 different locations
That-
with possibly
that might-
dragons in the caldera.
That might be our advantage, boys. I mean, I think
So if we
the only thing we can do is just blitzkrieg and pick a couple entrances and try and get in, right?
you do.
I mean,
Yeah.
we'll have a little bit of time while their other troops try and circle around the mountain, I guess.
if we overwhelm on this right
Yeah, that's what I'm
side,
saying. Like maybe we could overwhelm 1 or 2 sets of these troops with all of our forces. I mean, this is a one-way ticket. I'll look around the table and tell everybody.
Yep. Baron,
Like-
we'll agree with that.
I mean, listen, we got 3 entry points over on the right here.
Yeah,
If we split up, hit both their troops, that gives us a chance to slip through to at least one of those 3 entry points.
yeah.
About this time, you can see the troops that are in front of you. They're kind of off in the distance. All their heads snap and they all stand up to attention. And they all look behind all of you. And as you turn around, you see Lord Neverminter. You see Broad Anvil. And you see the one second. Where is he? Oh, the Grand Duke of Boldar's Gate. They're not in their formal armor or attire. They're in full battle armor.
Oh yeah, boy.
Nice.
Let's go, Braun Anvil.
I'm trying to do something.
And they approached the table and we said, we're here against the wishes of Lady Silverhand. However, we're not going to let our forces fight alone. And they offered their assistance in guiding whatever troops or whatever regiments you want them to be in charge of. So these will be your points of contact for moving troops, if you so desire.
I think Drew's got the right idea. There's 3 of them and 3 entry points. I say we each assign an entry point to each of them, and we just push for the middle.
Why would Silverhand?
They're council members.
Yeah, I know, but why would she be against y'all being here?
She just wanted all the leaders in one location in case things go south.
I'll give Braun Anvil a good handshake and just be like, glad to see some real men ready for war.
Yeah, I think things have gone south already.
About this time,
I'll ask Roland if he wants to draw knives on Nevermember again.
That's right. Roland almost killed him one night.
Yeah.
I might have done it if I.
I was on board.
Yeah, so I mean, all right, guys. So we've got air support with the dragons. We got the castle. We can literally ride under it, and
So I'm saying, I'm thinking castle on a low altitude. You know what I'm saying? Keep it just right above the ground.
literally as like artillery, like a tank,
Yeah.
and take it right up to the edge as soon as close as we can, and then
Let's
let's roll.
If we can breach it, take it up and defend against everything else.
So I'm saying, I think if we get it too high, and then the dragons overwhelm it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. If we keep it low to the ground, man, like a tank.
And do we know if there's a captain on this castle?
You see Decker look at you. He kind of laughs. And he goes, "Well, matter of fact," he goes, "there's somebody you probably need to meet." He said, "Trust me, you're not going to believe it." He said, "Stay right here." And he walks off. He comes back with a very large giant. Next to him, you see a halfling and a dwarf. All three you recognize. You see Grim, you see a red, and you see Black Caucus.
Nice.
Black Caucus.
And they approach, and Grim was the first one to speak. And he goes, "Well," he said, "Well, Jesus Christ, it's about time." And he goes, "I heard y'all went missing. I thought I was gonna have to kill this bitch myself."
I just go clasp him on the shoulder. I don't say anything.
Behind Grim, you see Sister Guriel, and you see Sildar. Behind them, you see what appears to be a couple undead, just kind of flanking them on the left and right. And Grim will say, "Well,
That's what Grim's doing.
I've been working on getting these guys back." He said, "I successfully got at least this big guy here." He said, "I got a couple of the, you can see some of the zombies are wearing red sashes." He goes, I feel like they can at least try to right the wrongs, even though they have no souls at this point." He says Black Caucus has, and a couple of his friends have brought this flying tower or flying castle to us to aid.
Yeah. By the way, we're sorry about that. I mean,
I was gonna say, Drew would definitely want to go hug Black Caucus and just be like, "I'm glad to see you again, friend."
And so I'm just glad to be here. So whatever y'all want to do, I'll do what I can.
so you're the captain of this ship?
He said, "Well, what's the plan, boss?"
No, I'm not the boss, but if we're to the troops, I guess we're closer to 2C. I'm trying to see this. Would that be accurate? We're closer to 2C than anything?
Yeah, you're closer to
Yeah.
2C. And he will, if you tell him your plan of using it as a tank low to the ground, he goes, "We can do what we can, but the terrain is going to be difficult to stay low to the ground and move efficiently." He said, "We're going to have to be a little bit higher than that, or we're going to risk running this thing aground."
I think as long as the ballistas are within range of the ground forces, I think we'll probably be okay.
Oh, he said, "Oh, yeah. I mean, these ballistas, 200 feet. easy, effectively.
Tell the troops to stay under the castle as much as possible too, to try and obscure their numbers.
How tall? I'm asking Blakakis because he is the captain. How tall is this volcano?
I said, we've been looking at that. He said the rim of it off to the south seems to be the lowest point, about 100 meters, 100 feet. 100 feet, not meters. I'm not Canadian.
Yeah,
I was
let's use
We're
freedom.
watching too much of the Fed What's his
Yeah.
name? The Fed electrician.
Yeah, we use
Yeah.
what, freedom units.
He said, you
Freedom
want to
units
mention
here.
there for a minute, didn't you? Freedom units. We're using freedom units. He said, but it's up to you. He said, I just need some people to man, some troops to man the ballistas. I said, you're all welcome to man it yourself if you would like.
Do we have any Baldur's Gate gate jumpers?
They all got killed in a raid against
I didn't know if they were training up new ones.
You have the Duke of Baldur's Gate there.
Wait, where did they get killed in?
Well, the gate jumpers of El Terrell
El Terrell, that's what it was.
is who they were. They went on a raid up north on what they thought was a rescue mission, but it was a trap set by the Dragon Cult.
That's right. That was right when this started.
Yes, and they were overwhelmed, and they sent rescue missions, but they found no survivors.
What type of giants do we have?
You're looking at the contingent of the giants they brought. You have a giant castle.
Hey, all I know is he said we can man a ballista. Druid would much like to man a ballista.
I mean, if we're gonna do a one-sided, try and force our way in fight, maybe we should have a backdoor secret attack, a smaller force in the back.
I was genuinely thinking, do we send the troops on the east side here to overwhelm that side with the 3 points, and do we sneak around and go through 1A?
Hopefully, our forces will draw that contingent around and leave us an open door.
Yeah, where Iron Lords go 1A.
How long would it take us to get around there? Stealthily, I guess. I mean, a lot of us aren't really stealthy.
Stealth would be good.
I will not be stealthy at all.
I mean, Ivor will.
Ivor can help us out.
Yeah, Ivor.
He can help, but I would just concentrate really hard for guidance.
That would be a function of how fast you're willing to move, I guess they would say. And he said, we haven't been all the way around to the far west side or left of the map. We don't really know what's over there. We were able to recon this area for sure.
We already lost the Arcane Brotherhood, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, we didn't want them anyways.
Yeah, it would have been
Arcane Brotherhood will be destroyed after Tiamat.
For sure.
Yeah, for Roland, yeah.
Yeah, I gave my word there. I would help Roland
So did I.
right this wrong.
Yeah, that's going down.
One shot.
it was supposed to be, I think, a one shot a long time ago. Trevor.
Yeah, it was.
All right. So, are we sticking with the overwhelm the east side?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think
We split up Neverember, Brawn Anvil, and the Duke to the 3 points.
Yeah, but we use
Let each one of them lead a group towards those 3 points.
We use all of our forces against half of theirs for as long a time advantage as that gives us.
Yeah.
Caucus will ask what would you like for him to do?
I think we've got to go with air support, right?
Yeah, air support.
I mean,
on
I think
for the troops.
Yeah, just take them, take that castle, and make maybe a cursory maybe 180 over 2C, 2B, and 1C, and just start fucking shit up while we attack on that side.
On which side?
It would be the east side, right?
Okay.
So you're saying you want him to make a bombing run straight up that side?
Well, as the attack takes place,
Yeah.
and then he can use his best judgment after that. But just for like a aerial defense, or
And
if nothing else, a distraction.
Should we hold our dragons in reserve for whenever their dragons come
So
out?
I'm saying, do we get our dragons in the castle so when theirs come out for the castle, they come screaming out the top?
I think they're on their own. I think they're on their own volition. I don't know. They're kind of waiting in the wings, right?
Yeah, I think we use our dragons as a second wave for whenever their dragons attack.
Yeah. Yeah, they got to be the countermeasure.
Mm-hmm. But I say everybody else, we throw it at that one side and see if we can barge our way in at least.
Now I'm with you there.
So if it takes us stealthily to get around to 1A,
Where's that map, Trevor? Because I minimized it and I can't find
it's
it.
on map updated is what it's under.
Very top thing on my list.
I don't have that on my list.
Yeah, you might.
Right above the supplies tab.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. Just looking at it strategically, I think our biggest advantage right now is the fact that they're defending 360 degrees and we only need to attack one spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we need to get around there without being detected. If we're going to 1A, that's going to be a little bit sketchy. So we need to.
Well, that's an option, but we could also take a small contingent of dragons and just fly straight in.
And then,
I mean,
our original plan was crash the castle into the temple.
It seems to me like I think we're kind of on the short side of time here.
will that cat?
Like Caucus kind of perks up and he's like, I can get you over the rim with that caldera.
So can we fit this castle? Okay, just hear me out. Can we fit this castle inside that volcano?
He looks at the map. He goes, "Fucking A, we can."
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
He goes, well, I mean, you were on our other castle. This one's not quite as big, but I assure you it's very capable.
I mean, that
It
could be.
had all those bells and whistles, but I mean, our flagship was,
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, I really tried to keep it afloat.
I'll just look right at him and be like, yeah, I heard a bunch of crazy idiots knocked it out of the sky.
In fairness, I really, really tried to keep him up.
We can use it as our own insertion device and go straight in, I guess.
That was a floated.
That was the original plan.
Floated around. So
he can always drop us off, and then we can try and scatter inside once we get there. But
you see a couple.
I'm manning a ballista.
You see a couple of the members of the Zentarium step up. Two of them you recognize. They aided in your escape from El Terrell, and they offered their assistance. They've been kind of in the shadows listening. They're like, we're volunteering if you would like to do a flanking maneuver to A1 if you would like. We're not going to, we wouldn't take a large force. But
I think that's a good idea. I think if we draw the attention and they rotate those troops around, that's going to expose that entry point.
I thought about that as well with the Zentarum assassins. I was like, they can probably move stealthier.
Oh, 100,
you know what I'm saying?
100% they could.
And
well, why don't we get them on the road now then and tell them to wait until they see those troops rotate, and if they do, then they're to attack A1 or 1A.
yeah, you would recognize these guys as the McManus brothers.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I mean, I would. Baron would actually acknowledge them.
They say if those are your wishes, we need to get on the road right now.
Yeah.
I think. Well, here's the thing. What's their end goal? Like, get inside and do what?
Stop the ritual.
Kill the red wizards or kill.
So we'll kill whoever we see on the way in.
Yeah, they don't.
If y'all make it in, we'll meet you in the middle.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So Neverember, Braun
That's a solid
Anvil,
plan. I like
and the
that.
Duke heading for the 3 points. Zentarum headed around to 1A, and we're going over the ridge in the castle.
Should we take somebody with us to go in? Like, who's the craziest of the crazies?
Well, we're sending them around the side. The Devils.
We need like the Marines that are gonna land at the beach at Normandy.
I think we've already done that with 1A with the Zentarium. They're gonna.
The Marines are the Zentarum group going in the back door is going to be more your well,
Emerald Conclave. We got who else?
Well, Graham will kind of wake up from his stupor. Be like, "Can I show you something?"
I wish you would.
Yep.
That you walk outside of the little area you're in that's being protected from the storm. Sister Uriel's there, and she walks with you. And you walk into like a little. There's no bubble here. It's a straight, full-on storm. And he says, "I'd like to present you our forces. It's roughly about 120 undead. And there are a couple other clerics and paladins there maintaining them." He goes, "I plan on leading these guys into battle." He said, "They're great." He said, "They don't get tired. You don't have to feed them." He goes, "They could run for days."
Graham went straight up necromancer on us, didn't he?
He said, I'm prepared to use these guys as rovers in the battle, going wherever they're needed." He said, "But maybe as a second wave, maybe, they're not super strong, but there's a bunch of them."
Maybe we could take them in the castle with us and drop them off in the inside.
He said they're kind of hard to control sometimes. I don't know if you want them on a ship with you.
They can certainly stronghold an entry point though.
He was thinking. He's like, I was kind of thinking if somebody gets in trouble, we'll send them in as a QRF type force. He said, I'll certainly be in charge of them. But again, I don't think you want to put 100 plus undead on an enclosed space for any amount of time.
So what about the Lord's Alliance army?
That's going to make up the bulk of your forces.
Yeah, it's gonna be the main force heading there from the east.
That's the
Those
bulk
are the
of it.
3 council members are going to be in charge of.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
going to divide that up and however y'all want, but I would say equal number.
Yeah.
And then
So are we sending like Emerald Enclave and Harpers and stuff with the main force as support, or what?
That's what. Nevermender will speak up. Be like, most of these guys are foot soldiers. They've been here for a week or so. He goes, the Harpers and the Emerald Conclave are more of a specialized force we can embed in these foot soldiers and hopefully gain the upper hand.
I was gonna say bolster the troops with some magic support.
Magic support, some long range support, whatever they do. But yeah, we're definitely need more than boots on the ground here.
I like that. I mean, I say we throw everything at this side that we can,
Yeah.
short of the Zentarium and the dragons and the castle that we're taking with us.
And the giants are on the castle. The devils are the only thing we got left.
Yep. I mean,
Well, shoot, aren't the devils the ones that are most strongly opposing having Tiamat leave their plane? Isn't that right?
Yeah.
They need to come with us.
yep, I think so.
They need to be on the inside with us. They're the ones that are most invested in keeping Tiamat where she is.
Hell wants to keep its own, man.
Yeah. So why don't we take them with us to the middle and tell them to just have at it, wreck shop?
Because that castle's going to wreck a little bit of shop. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, we can probably get Blackhawkus to land this castle on at least two of those spires while we jump off.
Sounds like a plan.
I mean, unless I'm missing something, I don't know.
No, I think that's
That
probably
sounds good to
pretty
me.
fair. So let's just try and basically the gist of the strategy is overwhelm one side with the caveat of the dragons are held in reserve, the Zentarium's going around, and we're going up the middle with the devils.
Yeah, get Blackhawkus to
And
land.
the castle.
Yeah, get Blackhawkus to land south so we don't block off the Zentarium or the right side.
Yeah, I say we stay south, inside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then let Zentarium come in north, and then everybody else flood the right side.
Those 3 on the west.
The east, yeah.
On the east, yeah.
I like it.
I like it.
And I mean, hopefully, if anything, it'll buy us a little bit of time while half of their troops are on the wrong side of the mountain.
Yeah, and not in the middle of it.
The devils that were allied with the Alliance left yesterday morning.
Oh yeah.
Where'd they go?
To do
They
what?
went when our scouts could not get around to the west side. They went south looking for another entrance.
Are we not in communication with the devils?
Not as of this morning.
Well, let's hope they're smart devils.
But well, I mean,
So devils are pretty good at seizing opportunity, right? I mean, when they see it present, I mean,
They're very, very perceptive.
so
And the fact that there were some unknowns on that side and the south mainly, they weren't happy with some unknowns.
yeah, I mean, they're kind of like, I mean, that's the big difference between devils and demons, right? The devils are like rules lawyers.
Yes. They're not going to leave it unturned or unknown.
Well, I think we've got enough of a plan. We attack now.
Charge!
well, we'll leave that up to Black Caucus. I mean, what's your castle looking like? Is it staffed? We're good.
It's prepared and ready to go. Obviously, you saw on the way in, it's moored
Point me to a ballista.
just south of here. If hold on a second.
Oh, is that a map? Oh, it's the castle.
Here we go.
Can y'all see everything?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. What you're looking at is 3 towers. I don't know how big this thing is. It's like 90 by
75 by
70 or something.
80.
I don't know.
Yeah, 90 by 75.
Yeah. 3 ballistas and a control tower. Black Caucus will man the control tower. There is this room to the south. It has a roof, obviously. I wanted y'all to be able to see it.
Yeah.
There's a stairwell that goes below. It has additional ammo. It has supplies.
Oh, damn. I'm gonna have to carry supplies.
There are stairs that you can get on the walls of this. The walls are roughly, what is it, 40 feet tall. You're able to walk on them and man them as you see fit. You can walk through the towers. The towers have stairwells going up to the ballistas and down. But it is currently moored at the gorge.
Well,
And from
did we already
from
get
the map that you saw, let me see real quick.
So we got Zentarium on the way already.
Yeah, they already took off.
All you said was where to go, and they said we need to leave now, and they left.
Okay.
All right, guys. I guess I'll bring ammo to people who need ammo and supplies to people who need supplies.
Well, why don't we pre-stage some ammo before we get in a fight?
That's the good idea.
Like everybody take 5 or 6 rounds and place them at each ballista.
That's probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, let's do
Says
that.
Black Caucus.
Also,
I'm gonna get rid of the teleport spell. I don't think you're gonna use that right now. So what are we doing? Are we?
what time of day is it? Is it early morning? Is it midday?
It's noon. But where you're at is dark. I mean, it's obviously in an attempt to conceal your forces. They have conjured up some sort of magical storm
Yeah.
that, from a distance, appears to be a real storm.
It's not covering this volcano, though, is it?
No. It's not covering your caldera. are the tower that has arisen from the ground.
I mean, I don't know, boys. It looks to me like they've accomplished 4 out of 5 of their goals, so we should probably like go now.
Yeah, the temple's already up. I mean, next is what, sacrificing people?
And judging from the way the dragons are acting, they're probably doing that right now.
Yeah, so I'm all for saving lives.
Well, yeah, that's sure. I look at Roland.
Roland's like, oh, that's a tough one.
Tough sell. Tough sell. Tough sell.
I think we go. I mean, we haven't given the word yet, right? But we've left the Lord's Alliance to sort out who's going to which entry point.
So do y'all want to tell me? I'll let y'all tell the group as a whole. Let me pull that map back up real quick. Updated map. Because I need to know. 1C. Who's leading those troops?
1C.
Hold on. Let me pull it up.
I got it up.
Are we assuming?
I say the Duke goes to 1C.
The Duke.
I think Braun Anvil should be in the middle. Most battle-hardened experience.
All right, so that's 2B.
And you're going to send Neverwinter 2C to the
south. And we got 1A covered.
1A is the Zentarium
Possibly
assassins.
the assassins.
Here's
no. And we don't know what the devils are doing.
One last question about troop staging. Like, how far away are the 2 troops on the eastern front?
From your current position?
No, from each other.
Oh, from each other. Best you can tell from their map, it would appear like line of sight.
I'm wondering, boys, if we should send all of our forces at 1C and 2B, because that's one set of troops with 2 entrance points. We could have 2 of the Lord's Alliance going for entrances and 1 Lord's Alliance holding security behind them. I don't know. I mean, rather than do just the whole eastern front, we pick that one set of troops and we all go after them.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna obviously. I'm assuming Black Caucus is in on this conversation.
All right, but if we don't engage 2C troops, do they fold in behind us going over the rim?
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Do they see the castle going? So
they'll see the castle go overhead and they'll probably come in, yeah.
They
you know what I'm saying? I think we got to engage them.
Neverwinter will look and be like, I mean, they're definitely going to funnel back in, and you're going to have a contingent behind you. Because I don't know what's in 2C. I can only assume at some point it leads to the center of this abomination that we're looking at.
Yeah, that's a good point. I wasn't thinking about them coming back inside. So, okay.
Well, I mean, we can have a small contingent at 2C and hope for the best.
Nah, even Stevens, 1 for each.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's the best. That's the best plan.
And then, now that we say that, though, like, what's going to stop the troops on the northwest corner from coming in to 1A?
Us, I think.
1A, the Zentarium's at 1A, right?
Yeah, but we gave them instructions when they saw the troops leave to come in 1A, right? So what if the troops come in 1A? Are they just going to come in behind them, I guess?
Yeah.
At least we'll have somebody over there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? At least we got somebody on their backside.
Yeah. All right. Well, shoot. I'm out of options. Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean,
I think we've come up with the most of a plan that we've ever come up with.
Mm-hmm. This is the most thought we've ever put into any plan of action.
Yeah. It's funny because they're sitting here expecting us to lead, and like half the time we don't even know what each other are doing.
You didn't tell them that. I don't think you did.
This is the most thought we've ever put into an attack ever. Half the time we start talking and Ivor shoots an arrow.
Yeah. Ivor probably is outside and shooting arrows in the storm.
Ivor's already halfway up the mountain right now.
Yeah, he's just out there practicing.
I was tempted to send Ivor off with the Zentarum, but I didn't.
He should have.
Hey, he likes to be all roguey and stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean he is actually a part of Zentarum, so
And he is part of the Zentaurium.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not gonna do that in case he does pop in at some point.
so am I. So technically, I mean, I could have gone with him.
So here's what we'll do. The castle is obviously flying. The troops, and we'll say this is the group as a whole talking amongst each other. The troops will have to march, obviously. So whatever preparation you want to make to get them there, either prior to or at the same time y'all get there, or you want to show up later after the engagement has started, or you all want to get there when it happens.
I say we lead with the troops.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Let the troops engage and castle comes
Let
flying
the
in.
ground battle at least commence, and then send the castle on the Hail Mary overhead.
Okay. Everybody has their orders. Nevermentor and members of the council that are there will go through and shake each one of your hands and wish you all the best of luck. Black Caucus will go back to his castle, and they will start dividing their troops up. They will 1/3 to each of them. We're leaving Zentarum going to 1A, and Grim and his contingent of undead will follow at a distance, waiting on orders, depending on how the battle unfolds. So y'all are free to man your flying castle.
We're on it.
Oh, yeah, you are on it. I forgot. So, and y'all want to coincide your arrival with the attack, and you're going to hold the metallic dragons in reserve until you see fit.
Until they see other dragons.
Yeah, their standard rules of engagement are going to be whenever the chromatic dragons engage, they respond.
Okay.
Keep them dragons out of our hair.
Yeah.
All right. The troops start marching. You see some go north. 2 contingents go north and start marching off in the distance. Nevermentors and his group, you see them for much longer, going to the south entrance or southeast entrance. Your moorings are pulled up, and you were in the air headed towards the caldera, or what you now assume is the Temple of Tiamat.
Real quick, I'm gonna call for Jack and Baron to come to me real quickly.
Yeah, man. I'm there.
I'm gonna put a hand on each of their shoulders, and let me make sure I'm reading this right. Yeah, and then I'm actually gonna cast Aid on all 3 of us, so we each get 20 extra hit points.
Nice.
Good.
Nice.
Let me write that down.
Your castle rises up, and as the troops start to move off in the distance, the castle starts headed towards the caldera.
And can Baron run up to Blake Caucus, like where he's steering this ship?
He's in the command center. Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna stand next to him.
Okay. So you would be somewhere up here.
Okay.
Who's manning? Yeah, are we manning each ballista?
I mean, I'm manning one.
Yeah, George definitely.
I don't know what it's going to take to fire these things, but I guess Kirik will wait.
So it's like, woo!
Before we break combat, like on our way in, when it seems like we're within, I mean, is it safe to say we're within an hour of combat here? Like, how long is it going to take?
No, you're way closer than an hour.
All right, Kirik's going to reach into his knapsack. He's going to pull out a small box, and he's going to open it. And you're gonna, if anybody's watching, you're gonna see him pick up a very shiny, smooth black with some stars inside of it. Just pick up this stone, and he's gonna mutter a few words, and the stone is just gonna collapse into dust in his hand, and he's gonna spread it out as he's flying off. And I now have advantage on everything for
a while.
3 hours.
Roland is going to see
advantage on everything.
I have
Roland
advantage on
just-
skill checks and all skill checks and all saves.
Roland sees
Do it,
Carrick
do it,
do
Roland.
that, and he pulls out his orb.
Oh shit!
Do it, Roland.
Yep.
And then he kind of smiles at the group. He kind of smiles at the group and says, "I'm just kidding."
Oh shit! I really thought you were gonna do it.
Hell no, I'm not going to do that right now.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be great! Right in the middle of battle with
Yeah,
Tiamat. Just,
But you might need to.
And that
Hey,
might be a
listen.
last-ditch nuclear button, depending on how this goes.
Yeah, right.
seriously,
You still have the cat too that took you to a place that you got
Oh yeah.
some.
Oh yeah, hey, before we split up, look, little like Iron Lord's only strategy meeting. I'll call everybody over and be like, I just want y'all to know that if things start going south and one or two or more people start going down, if I tell y'all to come to me, it's because we can leave. Like I can take us out of here like that. Like none of this drawing circles on the ground stuff. We can literally just leave. So if it's going south and you hear me say come to me, that's because I'm about to get the fuck out of here.
Well, all Baron will ask is be very specific about where you're at.
I'm gonna pee real quick, and then we're gonna.
Roland's going to say, "Carrick, did you just say come to me? We leaving now? Let's go."
Not right now.
I'm gonna go.
But-
Yeah, I don't want to leave Black Caucus in a bind again, but
I know.
All I'm
I've
saying
already-
is like if we're facing the 5-headed dragon god and one of you two of y'all start going down, like I mean I can live. I'm okay with that.
But aren't we here to fight the 5-headed dragon?
Yeah, but if we're gonna lose, then we should probably like regroup, right?
bring back more people. Yeah,
Yeah.
get more people dead. It's a good idea.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Run a few
Okay,
side
yeah.
missions and level up.
I'm going to get Roland's going to write down on a piece of parchment and hand it to Drute, and he's going to hand it to me, and he's going to say, "This is my cousin Toland. This is who you need to contact if I go down."
That's right. Everybody hand out their next of kin letters.
Yeah.
Hold on. What's mine's name? Hold on.
Mine's definitely
Oh.
Toland.
Speaking
Oh,
of
okay.
Trevor's not.
I'll take that, and I'll hand you back another one and say, "Listen, this is Asmaveth ben Odin. This is the one who trained me in the ways of my paladin ways.
Will
In
do.
case I go down, this is the one you want to find."
Will do.
Yeah, Asmaveth bin Obed.
Yeah, Asmaveth been moving. Can you spell that?
I gotta finally delete that amulet of luck I've been carrying around for like 2 years.
Is that what that was?
So you're
Hey, this
not going to
is
use.
the character I rolled up when Drew died.
Speaking of which, Trevor, did I see any contingent of elves from my homeland while we were at this meeting?
Yeah, I mean, I completely kind of forgot about that because I was.
I just making sure he wasn't like in the mountain and we're gonna like walk out and he's gonna be waiting for us. That would suck.
No, yeah, sorry about that. I got kind of wrapped up in the strategy. You would have seen your brother. He would have made his way to the table right before you left. Right before you left, hearing that y'all were there, and he would basically reiterate what he had said, that news of you and your friends' successful adventures and against the dragon cult had reached your homeland, and that he had gathered what he could, and more wanted to come, but they could not. They cannot accommodate everyone, so they did bring a small contingent from your homeland to fight.
If he's wearing the crown, I would have just hit my knees as soon as he walked up to me.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, brother, you don't kneel before me. If anything, I should kneel before you.
I'll pull him aside. I'll give him an embrace, and I'll ask him quietly if he has any tokens from home. If he has anything that's from the castle or from the house.
He's like, he'll take the crown off and hand it to you.
No, I don't. No, not the crown.
He's gonna say, hey, no, put this in your bag and you keep it safe. If something happens to me, you can get home.
Like, don't you have like a ring or something I could take?
I have lots of stuff I can give you. I'm not saying it's yours forever.
I'll take it in both hands and act like I'm gonna put it on my head for a half a second, and then I'm gonna put it in my bag.
Yeah.
He kind of grins. He goes, yeah, that checks out. And
when he's gone, he's gonna put it on.
He said, I'll get it back at the end of this. I assure you.
I'll make sure of it.
He said, you've done good.
I'll see you at home, brother.
He'll turn, he'll walk away, and he'll join Lord Nevermitter's group.
He's south end.
guy. That's good. He's closest to us if they make it in.
Yep.
So I'll write that down real quick. All right.
Shit, I'm gonna put Eye of Fear crown in my equipment list.
So how are we gonna do this? We're gonna go into a 4-hour battle tonight?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
You not ready, Chris?
I've been putting off seeing a patient for about 3 hours now.
Oh.
Oh, shit. I was going to push it a little bit further, but
No, we can push it a little bit further, but especially if it's not going to be fighting. If it's just some more strategy, I'll just.
oh no. Then we probably need to quit. Well, here, let's do this. As y'all approach in the castle and y'all's troops are approaching, the encampments of these other individuals, or the other cult troops, you start to see below you. Y'all have elevated yourself to a position where you can see most of the battlefield. You can see into the caldera at this point. You're high enough to see what has risen. It is partly volcanic rock fused with what, from your best vantage point, it looks like large dragon bones and stone. And it's kind of shimmering with some sort of dark magic. It's very angular and just jutting with different sorts of stone. And as you get closer, that loud, dull horn gets louder as you approach. Below you, you can see the troops make first contact. You can see shimmers of light below you, and it looks like just walls of people making contact. The little shimmers of light, you'll recognize. Spirit guardians are being cast. You're seeing all sorts of bursts of light. You're seeing flashes of flames. It's hard to tell from your vantage point. You're 150, 200 feet up, but directly below you, you can see forces in contact. What I need you to do for the forces at 1C, where the Duke is fighting, I need somebody to roll a D20 with a +2.
Sounds like Darut.
I've already burned my natural 20 today.
You should have said true. That was a 5.
Oh boy.
+2?
Yeah, that was with a +2.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Uh-oh.
Off in the distance, far away from where you're at, you can see that your forces have not only met a stalemate, they're being pushed back.
Shit.
For Broad Anvil, I need you to roll a D20 +2.
Not me.
Go for it, Baron.
I mean, I will. A D20 +2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
That's what it is.
Oh.
While the Duke's forces are not holding their own, they're kind of getting somewhat overwhelmed. Broad Anvil and his forces are being pushed back further, not decimated at this point, but they're not advancing at all.
Oh, bruh.
That's no good.
Neverminter.
I don't suppose I could give inspiration for any of these rolls, huh?
No, you're not actively engaged in the fight. Neverminter. I need him and his contingent to roll D20 +4, since y'all are above them and have the opportunity to aid.
All right, who's rolling that one?
Not me. Not you.
Not me either.
I'll roll it.
Here you
nat 20 again.
It's +4 though. There you go.
Hey,
Jeez.
there we go.
There it is.
The asshole.
Hey,
Dude.
that's good.
Neverminter and his forces push forward.
It had to be him, didn't it?
I know that's what I was thinking. Really, it was him.
Well, he has the aid of a giant flying castle above him as well.
He was on what? 2C?
2C.
Yeah, okay.
However, y'all do advance along with Neverminter, and y'all are getting pretty close to that 2C entrance. However, he's probably, I would say, 3 rolls away from getting there.
Oh, he's got to win 3 more rolls.
Well, he won pretty sufficiently on that one, and it depends on how bad you lose it and how bad you win it too.
Yes, my 5 really.
So 1 out of 3 did okay.
We did bad.
That was not a good round.
I also need the Zentarum to roll a d20.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Jared, you got this one.
They get
Jared, do it.
Yeah, Jared don't think he's rolled anything yet.
What do you want me to D20 plus what?
I want you to roll a d20 plus 2.
Plus 2. Plus 2 more D20s, right?
Yes.
Yeah, plus 2 more d20.
17 d20s.
There you go.
There we go.
That's not
Solid
bad.
roll.
Everybody cram.
There you go.
There we go.
Got him.
Small victory.
You can't see necessarily over there, but you get a glimpse of some troops on the other side of the mountain. Just like a mass of people. They don't seem to be moving at all. It seems like your assassins have successfully snuck at least within sight of this caldera.
Nice. Oh, so they're still stealthing. They're not open battle yet.
No, they're rolling for stealth at this point. They're trying to get in without.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's a good rolling roll right there.
Yeah, that was a solid roll.
So you have 2 victories and 2 failures.
Oh damn! What if we get there and our ground forces don't make any headway?
At least
The entire Lord's Alliance is wiped out, and it's just us in the middle.
We're just by ourselves in the middle of the freaking Dragon Call.
Hey, if we're gonna go out, that's the way we're going out, baby.
Hey, Carrick,
Well, not
says,
Carrick, but you know.
If Carrick says valid point, that's what's up, boys.
The castle proceeds forward regardless of what's happening on the ground because y'all aren't impeded by anything other than your will to move forward. There are 2 entry points to this caldera if you look at your map. From Baron, you're up there with Black Caucus at the helm.
Yeah, I was up there specifically for a specific reason.
Nope. I'm trying to get my map back up, but I don't know what's going on with my computer here. Here we go. Updated map. Just to the south of C2.
Yeah.
And on the eastern wall between 2B and 2C from where you're at, you can see 2 entry points.
Right.
That you can get in without getting too high. You can choose either one, or you can choose to elevate yourself. You can choose to lower yourself and aid in the battle on the ground, or you can continue forward and go into the caldera.
I'm telling Black Caucus, I'm sorry, brother. second time, but we're going through the lower point, whatever that is, between 2C and 2B,
Mm-hmm.
and we're dropping this motherfucker on top of. Okay, so I see 5. I guess pink.
Hold on one second. Let me since y'all can see it.
Oh, awesome.
Yep.
Oh,
That
So-
doesn't scary at all.
Yeah.
You have 5 small spires that, and this is a artistic interpretation, obviously.
yeah.
But so on the surrounding area, there's 5 smaller spires, and then there's one large spire in the middle.
Mhm.
So
Are those dragon corpses?
Oh,
out
yeah.
there beside it?
Yes, it is, my friend. Because they have to sacrifice dragons to raise Tiamat too, right?
yeah,
Oh boy.
Yeah, I see it.
So worst possible scenario.
Worst case
So-
scenario. That's all you had to
Worst
say.
environment imaginable. Okay,
Yeah,
that's all you have to
worst
say.
environment
Worst environment
imaginable.
imaginable.
Got it.
So yeah, he says, yeah. He goes, I'm on board. He goes,
Yeah, I'm on board too.
he spins the castle in that direction. Elevates it enough so he has clearance to get over the wall here. Again, the castle advances forward. You're about half the distance or twice the distance from your forces to the caldera, so you're about halfway. You're ahead of them at this point, and elevating. Until the castle takes a hit. You don't see it, but it shudders and shifts to the right. And then from inside the caldera, you see off to the side, amongst the dragons that are swarming, a pitch black skeleton of a dragon spreads his wing from the sides and kicks off and heads your direction. Atop the dragon, you see a rider. He flies above the rim of the caldera. Your castle's shaking at this point. And we'll just pick up there later.
Yeah, I was gonna say real quick, like as soon as we get hit and the castle starts shaking, both of the carracks look at each other, and you see like a little shimmer come over both of them as we both cast mage armor at the same time.
I thought you didn't take it this time.
Yeah.
Oh, you're okay. Yeah, so he casts mage armor and I cast shield.
I was thinking the same thing.
Wait,
Drew. I was going,
can
wait
he
a minute.
have different spells than you had at the time of making?
Yeah, because I changed we've had a long rest, so I
changed your
set up my spells, I cast him, and then we've had another rest since then. I changed
I got
that.
you. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I cast shield on him. And even though it's not going to do anything, I know it's not going to do anything, I still cast it anyway for the hit points.
But you get hit points with shield?
Yeah.
It's his.
It's my abjurous.
Oh, that's the one you were talking about earlier.
That's where he gets
Yeah.
his.
Anytime I
extra-
cast an abjuration spell, I get that thing.
So that I mean, we will stop there because this is going to take probably a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, but we're going to have like 2 more meetings before we start this though next time.
There'll be some side text, I'm sure.
I'm in in-game. Any more council meetings or?
Hold on, I need to write down how much you lost these rolls by.
Oh boy.
Because who rolled the first one?
That was me. It was a 5.
It was a 5
Yeah.
the Duke.
Yeah, lost by 7, and then the second one was lost by 11.
Yeah, I lost by a
Yeah,
lot.
that's a 11s.
Hey,
I'll tell you right now, it's increments of 5.
And that determines how.
Yeah, you'll see.
Hmm.
You'll see.
roll better.
Well, I wasn't going to say it, but you definitely probably should roll better.
Roll better.
I won mine by 19.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that was clutch.
You made up for sure.
And the Zentara won by 1. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
But they won.
But they won.
But they won.
Hey, it's a win. A win's a win.
Hey, if they can get in, if they can get in undetected, that's huge.
Yeah, it's massive.
If
And
they take a minus 19, it's going to not be great for them.
they're probably not. But
They were plus 2.
Oh boy! So man, we made it. This is it.
This is it.
No more setup. We've got a freaking skeletal dragon flying towards us right now.
Dude, that's a great picture though, that castle.
Yeah, it's a really good picture.
Yeah.
We can probably get this done in one more session if we have time.
It's not good to hear.
Could go real fast.
Yeah. There can be a sip of mojitos at Valor Point soon.
Or not.
Or not.
Well, so we got a flying castle, and I'm not entirely clear. He kicked us and kind of shimmied us a little bit, but we're still on course, or no?
To be determined, I guess. Nobody really checked on it.
Fucking, I was looking at it. I was in the command tower.
We'll make a survival check.
Okay. Let me find my damn sheet. Survival check. That should be not good. If I can find it. Yeah.
That was stealth.
That was stealth.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Hang on.
They see you, by the way.
Is that,
Baron's in there like hiding behind the window pane.
When that castle takes a hit, you didn't see anything. You just know that it shimmered. And then off in the distance, you were able to maintain your footing enough to look in the distance and see this skeletal dragon rise off the tower and head your direction. As you see that, you see the whole ship rotate about 20 degrees.
and nobody else saw. Nobody else saw this. We're all. Like,
Well, y'all are. I mean, if you're on a boat and it turns, you feel it a little bit, but you don't know what your alignment is. But you're in the command tower. You can see the ground. But something definitely rocked you. You did not see it.
we didn't see the dragon either, or we did.
No, you saw the dragon.
Okay.
I mean,
We saw
everybody
the
that was
dragon.
on the ballista
The
saw
dragon's
it.
not even close to us yet right now, right?
What's that?
The dragon's not even close to us yet, right?
The one that raised up from the tower is headed your direction.
Yeah, but
And-
like not close enough to knock the.
No, not
Yeah.
close enough to knock anything off. No.
Gotcha.
All right, boys, I gotta go do the
All
inevitable.
right, see you, man.
Yeah, later.
Good luck with it.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, party just started.
I know. We're gonna be busy. And I'm about to work a crap ton.
Oh yeah.
Well, let us know when your next day off is.
We need to figure out what Mark's next day off is. So never mind.
My next day off, I could play.
Where is Ivor? Is he even on?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Didn't he say Wednesdays are his best? Oh wait.
Yeah, wait. I don't know.
I could play Tuesday. That's about it next week.
Well, the wife and kids are going out of town Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, I'm off tomorrow or tonight.
Tonight is tonight. No.
My parents are coming in town tomorrow. They'll be here all weekend.
Yeah.
They can play Black Caucus and.
No, let them play the leader. Let them play Severin and Rath Modar or whatever.
Oh no, they don't have the capacity or knowledge to play that right now. I don't know if I do either, to be honest with you.
Oh, so Grim has been raising a zombie army this whole time?
Yeah, apparently, yes.
Why not?
Him and some of his friends that he's.
I was hoping you were going to say that one of the undead people was a blue Asim or whatever I was, Genosi. Hoping he was a blue Genosi at his side.
Well, no, he wouldn't. He would already left at that point. He wouldn't have been able to get them, but there are some red brands. There were some. He basically went around and grabbed some clerics and people that were able to raise dead and maintain them alive on a daily basis for an undead army.
I've read. Have you ever read about "Don't ever let a necromancer stay alone in his castle"?
Yeah, right. I've read.
You create undead and keep.
It's
them
like
alive.
an exponential growth, and if you give him like a year, he could literally have like hundreds of thousands of zombies under his control.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a smaller version of that,
Yeah.
but they're only good for 24 hours unless you keep them alive for the next day.
Yeah, and there's some kind of bonus with necromancers where like you can create minions that can do it for you. So you kind of like keep building every day. So even though you have to recast it every day you have new people to recast it for you. And so your army just keeps growing and growing and growing.
He didn't have that kind of time, but it's a version of that.
Take what we can get.
Yeah.
If you're, what was it, 1C and 2B continue to be overrun like they are, you might need some help. You might need to call QRF.
Yeah.
Yeah, no joke.
We don't need to get overwhelmed whenever we thought we were going to be overwhelming them with all of our forces on half of theirs.
Listen, I was giving y'all pluses and I didn't take anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just got beat.
Well, we rolled like shit, so.
Yeah, we got beat. That's what happened.
Yeah, you can't expect to win with a 5.
Or an 8.
I mean, technically, I guess you'd have a 20% chance of winning.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this, a nat 20 or a 1 will shift the battle.
Well, we needed that nat 20 earlier in the game to happen, but like later in the game.
Yeah, I blew my nat on a perception check.
Yeah.
First roll was a nat 20.
I know.
Who rolled the 30?
That was Chris.
Chris
Yeah,
did.
Chris rolled the 30. That would have been huge.
Would have been, I mean, depending on what they rolled, but yeah.
They couldn't. They can't. I don't think they could outroll a 30. So almost
It'd be
impossible.
hard. Something tells me we're about to fight something with a plus 10 or plus 12 on its rolls. So we'll see.
Trevor
I
didn't
mean,
say
shit, I think I'm at a plus 10 right now. Ivor's been at a plus 10 like the whole damn time.
Yeah, I'm at a plus 11 now. Yeah, I've been
I
at a plus 10 for a
I
while.
should have rolled Ivor instead of Aaron.
No, I'm saying like attacks and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
well,
Jerome's
yeah.
been plus 10 for a while.
Yeah, we were just.
I mean, I've got a +12 in Arcana, History, and Investigation.
Yeah, we were just rolling.
I can remember the shit out of some stuff.
What's sad is I have a +11 to like charisma saving throws, and I don't think I've made a single charisma saving throw this entire campaign.
I've got a +13 to intelligence saves. Like, that'll never come up.
Hey, you got to start talking more.
No, there is. I think there's 1 or 2 spells that are intelligence saves.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah. Well, I'm ready for those spells.
Yeah, I'm just saying the thing I'm absolutely best at saving in. I don't think I've made a single save the entire campaign in that category.
Me too. Ever for me. I've never made an intelligence save.
Well, I don't know. We'll see what you're in for. It's not going to be easy. It's good. This will actually be very interesting how this plays out. I spent the last 3 days building maps for every entrance for this castle. For y'all going somewhere else, I mean, I was ready for y'all to go to Valor Point.
Were you really?
More time on this part of the campaign than I spent probably on the whole thing. Building maps, like I have maps out my ass.
I would have liked to have gone home one more time. That would have been fun.
I was going to allow it with no penalty, really. If you want to,
it would have only cost me a spell to get back, though. That was the only thing.
Know. Yeah, I didn't know. It's kind of. Was it worth it to you?
Yeah, no. The dome was good enough.
I would have liked to see Woodhouse one more time.
Doc Brown was there. He may have had something for you.
Oh, I forgot about it.
I did. I gave him a heart of a dragon, like scales, all kinds of stuff. He had so many dragon parts.
That's true.
We only so many parts of dragons.
We only went back once to go see the dragon.
I really expected y'all to go back more.
Couldn't we go back and come back real quick? Like right now?
Yeah, we could.
Like we're on
it would cost me 2 spell slots.
I know, but
yeah, you don't need those. You'll be fine.
I mean, I'm just saying technically.
I mean, yeah, technically we can. We could hop right there and then hop right back.
Yeah, nobody know where we're going.
Unless they have some kind
who's
of
got the broom? Who's got the flying broom?
Protection like I have.
Right.
Who took the flying broom?
Did Jack take the flying broom?
I think he might have.
Yeah, I sent that text out. He said yes to it.
Okay.
So he's got.
I didn't get it.
No, you weren't. Yeah.
No.
You were not privy to that.
That was funny. True. It was like, man, it's been awfully quiet today, and I was like, what? My phone's been blowing up all day.
Yeah, no.
Just not for Trevor's eyes.
Yeah.
I figured as much, but I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't one of those. Like,
hey, you know what the good news is? In the next campaign, when J-Mix the DM, we can have an Apple iPhone thread.
That's right.
J-Mix wouldn't get them anyway.
It wouldn't be. Yeah, it wouldn't be against you. Just we're not.
No, I get it.
Yeah, we're not talking to you.
It's all right.
J-Mix over like, guys, are we gonna play tonight? Nobody responds ever.
This I think this thread's broken. No, not really.
Oh man, I'm ready. I'm ready to fight some dragons.
No.
I'm sure that dragon that's flying towards us probably has about 30 hit points, so we're fine.
At least 20,
30 hit points in its right foot.
Yeah. 29. Let's call it 29.
Hey, so is anybody else gonna man ballistas or just me and Drew?
I'm trying to get this ship on course, but I can certainly man a ballista. I thought they were already manned.
There's 2 manned right now. We'll sort that out in the first and next session, but
because
that's all we're doing in the first and next session. Because it's.
I mean, it sounds like we've got a dragon flying towards us.
I thought you said this was fully manned. As far as
y'all didn't request anybody.
Well,
okay. Yeah, I mean, and to be fair, like our plan was to crash it. So.
No, it still is, and since Baron's at the helm with.
I asked for shock troopers to come with us, so we have somebody with us to soak up some damage when we open the doors. But.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
I'll have to go back and look at it, or listen to it. But I thought the ballistas are already manned.
They were when you rode into town. You're right. But they weren't when you got back on.
Okay.
They were all like, these are those crazy MFers that crashed our last castle. Now, was it Black Caucus that died and lost control of the castle last time?
Yeah, when he died, the castle started falling, and I resurrected him. I brought him
But
back,
it didn't save the castle.
but the castle was still falling. Once he died, it like broke the bond with the castle or something like that.
Then he died again when the castle actually crashed, I thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did he?
No,
Yep.
he did. Yeah, he definitely did.
He
I
died.
remember I just barely made it out of that stupid castle.
Yeah.
I think we were running for the exit or something, and I rolled a 3 on my dex or something.
Well,
Yep.
the reason I went to the control center, like where he was, so I could tell him, look, this is what we need to happen. And apparently,
What's all you gotta do is kill him and it'll fall again.
Just stab him.
well, it sounds like
Honestly, I'm not even joking. When he said I went there for a very specific reason, I really thought, what if
That was
Baron
it.
just slices this dude right in the back, just like, hey, look, it's great seeing you again. Slit. It's just it would start going down.
dude, that's not a bad idea. But so we turned into it and then got kind of bumped out of it. So
You're not off course. You're rotated. You haven't. I mean that hit. You rotated and we're paused.
okay, I mean that's fine.
Almost like we ran into something that we can't see.
Exactly.
Or something ran into you.
But yeah, it could have been the Black Dragon kind of bumping us, or the whatever dragon it was, the skeleton dragon. I don't
Well,
know.
you can still see him in the distance.
Well, I thought he was right on top of the castle.
No. He's on top of the temple that's in the distance that you can see.
But something rotated us.
100%.
100%.
Okay. Well, me and old Black Caucus will have that conversation.
Oh, I'm going to bed.
All right,
Yeah, I am
Yes,
too.
sir.
You'll have it going.
All
All
right.
right,
Yes.
actually.
Hey, just let us know when your next available date is, and we'll see what we can work out. Or multiple dates if you can.
Yeah, I think next week it's just Tuesday. After that, I open up again.
Come on, Brandon.
I got a bunch of these damn 6 a.m. morning shifts.
Come on. Give us something to work with.
I mean,
Listen.
I could technically play Monday and Tuesday. I work at 10 on Tuesday.
Listen, how much sleep do you actually need?
Really.
All right. So Monday and Tuesday.
What about Wednesday? Give me a Wednesday.
Nope, I got to be at work at 6 a.m. Thursday.
That's easy.
Negative.
We'll start early.
We'll start early. Yeah.
Listen, do you really need to sleep?
Yeah, I could just pull an all-nighter, I guess.
Yeah, pretend like
If
it's
I'm
out.
doing it, we're all
Hey.
doing it.
Listen, you're a doctor. Don't you have like medicine to keep you awake?
I think it's called like what, blocaine, cocaine, something
Yeah.
like that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, the legal,
or
the
meth.
legal version. Meth? What's the legal version of meth?
Oh, yeah, just get some
Adderall.
amphetamines. That's all you
Yeah, go get some Adderall.
need. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
you'll be having battle plans drawn out. Now you'll be.
I show up for the next
Glorious.
session. All right, boys, this is what we're doing on the first 3 rounds. If this happens, and this is what we're doing. If this happens, this is what we're going to do.
then,
He's like played like 12 games of chess, like mentally on a battlefield
Yeah.
already.
yeah, we'll get a text. I'm the new DM.
Every turn, Kieran's calling out, Plan C. We're going to go to Plan Delta 4.
All right, guys, you have a good one.
All right.
All right, man.
See you.